Well, hello everybody. I thought I'd do a very short video today. I did quite a long one here on Monday, Valentine's Day, and at the time the Istlanum had wigglers, and at this point they become free-swimming fry, and I thought it was probably worth a quick little video. I'm not going to do anything like the 20 minutes I did last time. But these fish are just so beautiful and such great parents. I just thought might be fun to be able to see the cloud of fry with the parents protecting them. Again, this is a 270-gallon tank, and I will allow these fry to exist with their parents for another day or so. I just don't have the heart when they go from wigglers to free swimming. It's just fascinating to watch the parents the first few days, and the fry do much better if they're with the parents for a few days. It's kind of the best of times, worst of times, because you get to see the parents in just spectacular coloration and of course protecting their brood, and you can see this horde of fry everywhere. But for the other fish in the tank, not quite as much fun, because they are of course all stuck on another portion, a much smaller portion of the tank than they normally would be in, and several of them will end up with ripped fins and what have you. And since this is a tank full of very prized specimens, lots of festi, ornatums, and what have you, you can see the male ornatum leaving his territory to chase away some festi that were getting kind of close. Anyway, so it's best of times where you can see that festi's got like a torn fin in his tail there. And of course you can see his bars out, which is a submissive juvenile type coloration. Normally you don't see that in a male festi unless he's afraid or something's going on like that. In any case, so for these fish, the quicker I get the fry out, the better. But for this pair, they want to keep these guys in here as long as possible. So I'll probably net them out tomorrow, I think. And of course I always leave a few fry in with the parents, because if you don't do that, oftentimes the pair will turn on each other and the male will end up killing the female because he kind of blames her for the fact that the fry have all disappeared. Cichlasoma, well, Cichlasoma Istlanum is one of a few Central American cichlids that currently does not have a genus. As most of you know, the old catch-all genus Cichlasoma was torn to bits several years ago and divided up into several other genera, like Parachromis for the guapotes and Amphilophus for the red devils, and similar species and what have you. I'm not going to get into all the different genres, but some of the fish were left homeless. And this is one of the fish that is now currently known as Cichlasoma. There's really a trio of Mexican cichlids that fit this bill. They're all, in my opinion, very closely related. That being Beani, Istlanum, and Gramotes. And with probably the Istlanum being, in my experience, more closely associated with the Beani, and maybe the Gramotes being the further removed of the three. Anyway, at some point I'm sure the ichthyologists will figure out where these guys fit, but for right now they're homeless. This is a very aggressive little cichlid. The pair are, gosh, maybe, I don't know, 6 inches for the male and 4 for the female, something like that. There are two color variants of Istlanum. I've had both color variants. This is the first time I've spawned this version. Several years ago I had the blue version, which in a lot of ways looks like a mini umbi when they're very small. This, I think, is a more spectacularly colored version. As far as behavioral, they're about the same, although I think this version, at least in my experience, doesn't tend to get quite as big as the blue version. The blue version I had, which spawned quite regularly, maybe the male was up to maybe 13-14 inches, and I don't think that this, I've never seen this particular color variant approaching that size. Maybe 10 inches is probably the max I'm thinking for the male. Anyhow, again, I didn't want to make this a giant video, but I thought that these guys were so beautiful that you guys might enjoy looking at them protecting their cloud of fry. And I guess that's it for now.